Agricultural and rural credit.
For the introduction, agricultural and rural credit programs are undergoing changes to better meet the requirements of farmers and fishermen and to align them with the market-oriented economic strategy. Credit is necessary to assist the agricultural and selling activities of resource-poor farmers in emerging nations in order to meet the needs of small farmers and be in line with good financial policy. The government should offer loans that is both easily available and reasonably priced. Opportunities is to guarantee a sustained flow of finance to the agricultural and rural sector may be presented through market-oriented reforms. The main discussion topic in this chapter focus on the following: significance of agricultural and rural credit to developing countries, credit source and institution for agriculture and rural enterprise, major credit-related problems and issues in developing countries, types of credit programs and alternative financial policies, agricultural credit policies in the Philippines and lessons learned in the past, credit and financial reform and relevant AFMA provision. The importance of agricultural and rural credit. Farmers in particular require funding for three reasons. Needs working cash during the production season, but sales revenue is only received at the conclusion of the season harvest. For smoothing consumption over the year while accounting for output and income fluctuation. For investment funds, the advantages of which will be seen much later. The farmer's financial condition is affected by production risk due to changing weather patterns and pest and disease. To address this, a credit market is needed to allow capital flow from those who can save it to those who need it. Credit enables farmers to use productivity boosting technologies that meet contemporary inputs such as fertilizer, seeds, and water. If the farm pricing is favorable, this might result in increased farm productivity and profits. Farmers can also use capital to participate in marketing operations like transportation, processing, storage, and packaging, which adds value to their product. Let's talk about the credit source and institution for agriculture. First, the formal sources. Financial norms and government regulation control the formal sector, which includes commercial banks, thrift and development banks, rural banks, credit guarantee institutions, credit unions, credit cooperatives, and saving and credit groups. The second one is informal sources. Traditional money lenders such as dealers, processors, landholders, large farmers and family, and friends of borrowers comprise of informal sector. They are not subject to formal regulation in terms of capital reserves, liquidity, lending and deposit rate ceilings, required and credit targets, audit and reporting obligation, and so on. This credit market is distinguished by its risk of entry and departure, the informality of transactions, and its limited length.
Source versus informal source. So, pag sinabi natin formal source, this is a source of money that comes from the bank or something that legal or kailangan siya ng maraming process. While informal source, ito yung mga pwede nating makuha from land loan or sa mga mismong kakilala lang natin. So, ano nga ba ang pinagkaiba nila? So, sa accessibility, mas madali pong na-access yung informal kaysa sa formal due to paperworks po. So, pag tayo, maghihirap tayo sa bangko, kailangan pa natin ng maraming education na form para makahiram. While in informal, pwede tayo makahiram in instant. Kaya, in popularity, mas madali pong ma-access si informal. And, pero sa safety naman ng pera, mas mababa ang quality and safety pag sa informal po nang gagaling yung pera kasi mas mataas ang interest pag dito lang gagaling kaysa sa bangko. Microfinancing. Microcredit loans microfinance is a system that gives small finance assistance to persons who cannot be considered. Pangkapal such as jobless businesses, it focuses on the capacity building, collaboration, trust building, and assisting micro entrepreneurs at the start and throughout the economic cycle. It lacks a collateral properties, consistent employment, and solid credit track. So, ang ginawang paraan ng formal source o ng mga bangko para yung dun ang mga farmers is pumunta sa kanila is etong ginawa nila microfinancing which is pinahayaan nila yung mga jobless and poor businesses na umutang sa kanila kahit walang collateral. Kasi today, pag mangungutang ka sa bangko, kailangan ng mga collateral para makautang. Microfinancing in the Philippines. The General Banking of Act of 2000 which authorized the Bank Central of the Philippines to provide policy guidelines for microfinancing implementation. Aid to acceptance of microfinance in the Philippines through the Agricultural Credit Policy Council and the People's Credit and the Financial Company. The government established a degree of microfinance program with small farmers, fisher folks, and their homes. Loans are used to finance new farmers and on-farm and off-farm income generating activities and restoration of agricultural operations that have been devastated by natural disaster. So, dahil nga sa hindi accessible ng mga mahihirap yung formal source, ito yung ginawang paraan ng Pilipinas sa pag-provide ng pera sa ating mga farmers at fisher folks. So, as the General Banking Act of 2001 is kahayaan ng gobyerno na mapautang yung mga farmers at yung mga entrepreneur, especially pag merong nangyaring natural disasters para yung economy ng bansa is mag-boost na makabawi sa nangyari. So, because it is lower interest rate and large capital base than informal loans, formal credit is seen as a critical tool in the Philippines for rising productivity of farmer revenue. So, dahil nga sa microfinancing or dahil sa ginagawa ng gobyerno para makautang yung mga farmers, from 1997 to 1998, na 24% ng farmers ng hiram is tumaas ng 36% noong 1999 and 2000. At tumaas siya ng 39% noong 2001 to 2002 base yun sa survey na kinandak ng Agri-Credit Policy. Hanggang tumaas na siya ng 51.7% noong taong 2006 at 2007. So, ito yung mga major credit institution in the Philippines. So, ito yung mga example ng malalaking formal source. So, Bangko Sentral of the Philippines, yung Agricultural Policy Council, and Land Bank of the Philippines. So, these are the problems of agricultural and rural credit fund. So, number one is lack of access in institutional credit, high cost of credit from informal source, high transaction cost of credit to farmers, interlinked transaction involving credit such as land tenure and marketing. So, alternative agricultural and rural credit. So, there is a two alternative measure in the book, which is low interest and high interest. So, low interest rate, the credit program goals to expand small farmers' access to finance and make it more accessible and affordable. So, ang plano or gusto ng low interest rate na alternative is padamihin ang small farmers na maglulong sa kanila, which is gagawin nila accessible and affordable yung loan. So yung isa naman is high interest rate. Since most innovations be implemented incrementally rather than all at once, credit schemes are not necessary for the adoption of new technology. Effect of low interest rate. Government regulation and land market constraint are the main causes of financial regression, as they limit the ability of financial intermediaries to operate to their full potential. So, effect of high interest rate. Financial policies with high interest rate promote saving and direct money to the most beneficial uses, enhancing debt and maximizing capital market fragmentation.
Agricultural credit in the Philippines. A credit policies prior to the AFMA or the Agriculture and Fisheries Mechanization Act or the Republic Act of 8435. It is a country's landmark legislation on the sustainable and equitable development of the agricultural and fisheries sector. The principles behind this policy is to improve the conditions of farmers and fisher folks and increase their productivity to meet the demands of growing markets locally and abroad. The Philippines adopted a supply-oriented program in the past that was provided to farmers in order to achieve self-sufficiency in rice in 1970s. It is known as the Masagana 99 Rice Program. It is started by the late President Ferdinand Marcos to increase the rice production among Filipino farmers from the low levels of 40 kabans per hectares to some 99 kabans per hectares from the year 1973 to 1985. According to Obiang 2020, he noted that the Masagana 1990 strategy is to increase the rice production was not through the traditional method of expanding the planting area, but by increasing the yield per hectare. This was achieved through using a high-yielding varieties of rice and low-cost but highly effective pesticides and fertilizers. The Masagana 99 program initially brought about substantial improvement in the yield and income among farmers. However, it eventually became unsustainable due to a number of problems that includes the following: loss of credit discipline among farmers, resulting in high default rates in the later stages of the program, large financial costs to the government due to the interest rate subsidies to the farmers, and lastly, the limited mobilization of savings since deposit rates were low while banks had little motivation to raise equity early. After 1986, initial financial reforms were implemented. One of these are the Comprehensive Agricultural Loan Fund or the CALP, with including the creation of Agricultural Credit Policy Council. All existing and future loan funds that are agricultural and agriculture related in nature shall be consolidated under one. Under the CALP, credit guarantees are provided to the agricultural sector through the Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation or the PCIC provides a guarantee to the production credit of small farmers. Huidan Rural Credit and Guarantee Corporation or the FIDA4 provides a guarantee cover to inventory financing, and the Guarantee Fund to Small and Medium Enterprises or the GFSME provides a credit guarantee to small and medium-sized enterprises. Agricultural production loans from the year 2017 to 2018. In the year 2018, the agricultural loan granted to farmers and fishermen was valued at 596.16 billion, which was 10.87% higher from the last year's record of 5.37.72 billion. Of this amount, 84.31% of or 502.63 billion were used to finance agricultural production purposes. Agricultural credit and financing programs. It is also the latest agricultural credit and financing programs in the Philippines. The Sure COVID-19, Capital Access for Young Agripreneurs or KAYA, Agri-Negosyo Loan Program or ANYO, Sikat Saka Program or SSP, Agrarian Production Credit Program or APCP, and the Land Bank Agricultural and Fisheries Financing Program and the Bangko Sentral ng Philippines. This Sure COVID-19 to Agrarian Production Credit Program was started by the Department of Agriculture. Those agricultural credit and financing programs under DA offers 300,000 up to 50 million with zero interest and can be paid within 5 years.